Hello, welcome back to House of Papillons. This is my contribution to Claire's Crafty Corners Halloween collaboration. I'm really excited to do a project today. So I have a skull, well, the top of a skull, and a hand. Yeah, sounds kind of strange, doesn't it? But it's going to be really cool. I promise. In full disclosure, I did this another time. I want to make the hand glow in the dark, and I want to make it green. This is going to be a nod to the Wicked Witch of the West from The Wizard of Oz. So what I'm going to do, when I did this before, and I will show you at the end, because I recorded it and everything, I have it on video. I will show you the one that I made before, and it'll answer questions for us, and you know, it'll also be a learning process. But I really wanted to do this in the vision that I had, so I'm doing this video for you, and hopefully it works out this time. I'm going to mix up some resin. I'll be right back. Have on some green gloves in the theme of today's project. I've just mixed some Promise 1 hour fast cure, and I will explain while I'm pouring, because I really want to get pouring on this, because it is 1 hour fast cure. Now I have the Let's resin. This is the glow in the dark powder, and I'm going to mix it in here. And this is going to be the first pour. Now, this is going to take a little, it's going to take several layers, because, one second and I will tell you why. And I'm measuring this because I'm going to have to try to match up the color a couple times. So let's do maybe 2. I only have 4 ounces. So far. Let me put this where I won't spill it, because I'm just such a klutz. A klutz like no other. By the way, 1 hour, the Promise 1 hour fast cure, I love it. However, just a word to the wise, if you read their instructions, they tell you that the faster you stir, the faster it cures. Like, I mean, I just stirred this for 3 minutes, and it is already, it's curing in my hand. So, you know, just know that before you do it. And frankly, that's not very, I don't think this is an opaque resin. That's part of the problem that I had before. What to do. Okay. I have some Marbler's Avocado Green mica powder, and I'm going to mix this in here. I've seen, off the top of my head, maybe one other person do a project where they mixed the glow in the dark with another mica. So we'll see if this works. I don't know. This is really hard to get a level spoonful. Oh, shoot. Come on now. I got this in like a set, like a sample pack. And I'm really liking their resin. I'm going to do this with my finger, because, like I said, I'm going to have to try to match the color a couple times. So I'm just going to put that in there and see if this makes it more opaque. He wants a see-through hand, you know what I mean? I'm using this 1 hour fast cure because this is gonna take, it's gonna take a while to do this bowl, or to do this whole thing. the other one that I did, I used just a regular, it was Let's Resin regular. And see, when I do that, well, I can't see my stick through it. So possibly, you know, where it'll be, it's going to be thicker. I'm hoping. I feel like it might need more. Oh. I may be doing this 3 times. No, just kidding. Just kidding. JK. All right, so I did 2 spoons of each of these to 4 ounces. Need to keep that in mind, because in my estimation, we're going to do at least 2 more pours to do this hand. Now, I can only pour in this first layer, I can only pour as high as the palm of the hand and wherever it lands in the hand, because in the next layers, I just saw something. Okay, it's gone. In the next layers, I'm going to be tilting it and leaving it to do the fingers. So I can only go up that far for now in this first pour. And I didn't even know, you know, 4 inches. I didn't know how much to do. Can you see? Where did I drip? Oh, I didn't. Okay. All right, that looks like as high as we can go for now. While we're waiting for this to cure, I'm going to go ahead and work on the inside of the bowl or dish, candy dish. The last time I used the rose red chrome mica powder and I dusted it on. It didn't turn out as red as I wanted it to be. I wanted red because, you know, there's a lot of red stuff in that movie. Slippers and the puppies and all the things. So that was what I was going for, and it didn't work out. So what I'm going to do is try to encrust this, this part of it with red glitter. Yeah. So what I've done is, there's something on my glove. Oh, I think that was a piece from the last pour. So what I'm going to do now, a lot of times if you want glitter to be just in areas of a project, you can put it, and usually silicone, it just sucks it to it pretty well. So I'm going to just sort of pour it on, let it fall into this plate, and then when I'm finished, I'll put the leftover back in the bottle, so we won't be wasting any glitter. These are cherry. I think I got them at Michael's. I might have gotten them actually at the end of Christmas last year when, you know, all the stuff went on sale. So see how that's just attaching itself? And then when I pour the black in here, because, you know, this whole top part, well, the whole project will be black. So when I put that in there, hopefully, you know, some of it you're gonna see black through it, and I'm not against that. I think that would be actually kind of very pretty. This glitter, the reason I like it is because it's different sizes of glitter. It's not just big and chunky. There's little and medium and everything in here. So that's why I like it. For this project. So I don't know if you can see, but there's you know, negative space where there is no glitter. Before going any further, I charged up what was already in the mold with a UV light, little UV light, and to see if it glows and if it glows evenly, because I added that other mica powder in it, and it does. It works great. So stay tuned. Okay, I've mixed up 2 ounces of Promise 1 Hour Fast Cure, and now I'm going to work on doing these fingers. Now, of course, they're straight up and down. I'm trying to organize it so you can see. And what I'm going to do, I have another mold that I have that's pretty heavy, and I'm going to prop it so that looks, you know, even enough. This finger looks like it's pretty even. This one might be slightly to the side, and if that's the case, when I go to do this finger, I will fill that up a little more completely. Now, this is going to take several steps because I've got to do the fingers, and then I'm probably going to have to do this section up in here when those are done. Unfortunately, there's no other way to do it. I was thinking if there are tiny areas that need completely filled, then I will maybe use some UV resin to do those. But for now, this is pretty much the way to do this, I think. So I have this mixed. I'm going to put in, I used, it was four ounces that I had before, and I put in 2 spoons of both the glow in the dark and the Marbler's avocado green. So I'm just going to put in 1 of each because we're playing with just half the amount now. And I'm just going to pinch this and slowly pour it in to see what it's going to give us. I was trying not to be too picky, you know, with the difference between the nails and the dish. But I don't want, you know, the dish to run over and, you know, and be part of the fingers or vice versa. So, you know, since this is taking considerable amount of time, you know, I want to try to do it right. Our first 2 fingers are cured over here. They didn't go all the way down. I'm going to have to figure out something once we complete this phase. So now I've only mixed 1 ounce because 2 ounces was way too much. I don't know, we'll see. And it's good to just use a little cup like this so I could pinch it into a point. Since the other fingers went all the way to the top, well, that one is going to be sideways, so I have a feeling that I'm not going to get very far on this finger because it is leaning to the side. And I'm just going to pinch my cup so that I can pour it neatly into the thumb. This one, luckily, the way that it's just structured is that it's flowing all the way down to where it met, when we poured the first section. So that went all the way down there, which is great. This one, because, you know, your hands are just the way it's wrapped around the thing, it was a little bit slanted, so it it's not as full as this other finger. And I'm gonna see if I pour some, oh boy, I'm doing it left-handed. No, that's not smart. I just want to see what filling some of this in will do. And if we can do, yeah, it worked a little bit. Yeah, it worked pretty good. And that is going sort of right down the hand and around. Okay, mixed up 1 ounce. I'm going to go into the palm of the hand here and see how far I can get it to go up these fingers. Sort of trying to be calm about it so that because you know gravity is going to do what it's going to do. And we're back with 1 more ounce. If you're still with me, I really appreciate it more than you know. Thank you so much for sticking around. You really are a trooper if you're here, and I really appreciate it. But you know, if you're like me, I don't know, I like to see the process. Some people don't. That's fine, but I don't know. I enjoy the process. So anyway, we're going in with this pour, trying to do this part of the hand and see how far we can make it come up the hand. I have it tilted so that I'd like to get in that little corner over there so we don't have to do a separate pour for that, but let's... No. See, I was going to try to move it a little bit that way, but I think it's going to overflow in that finger right there if I do that. Let me just try a teeny bit more and see if it does it. I don't think it's going to. Another little floaty weird thing. Well, my table, as you can see, looks like... It looks like toddlers were here playing. So there's just one little corner over there, but it's not going to stay there. And like I said, I don't want to tilt it because this, I guess what would be like the ring finger is going to overflow. But man, we're getting there. We're getting... Okay, I've propped it up. And I'm going to try to do this middle part. You ready? Let's just do it. Shut up and pour, lady. Okay, that might be tilted a little too much. Let me see something here. Let me get an adjustment. I just have molds and things turned upside down to make it do what I want it to do. We have to get creative. Okay. Let's see. I just have 2 ounces. I still would like this to be a little bit lower. Look at which I hope you appreciate all this. Well, yippee! We got a hand. So we're off to the last step of things here. And I'm trying to pick some glitter off. And I'm going to choose a chameleon powder that is a purple, blue, red, orange shift. I think that's enough. That's enough colors to keep our interest. So we're just going to dust it in here. Oh, you know what? I'm going to put my gloves on. I like to do that with chameleon powders because if I were to have to touch the part, I won't rub it off with my, but if I had just my bare hands there doing it, look at the mess that this table's in because I've been pouring extra things with, you know, anytime I had extra, extra powder, what am I saying? Extra glow in the dark powder, or resin. Hello, Terry. Use words. Use words. So this is ultra exciting, and because of the 1 hour cure, this is only taken like, you know, a day, less than a day. I wasn't in here exactly at an hour on the nose, but, you know, close enough. It's doable. I hope I do see some blue in here. I'm going to speed this up because you guys have seen dusting a million times. So I have my black Alumilite pigment paste. This is my very well loved bottle, and I don't have to put that much in there. I'm gonna put like that much, and believe it or not, that much is going to make this black, really black, as black as night. And I love this pigment paste. Love it. Look at that. In 2 seconds, it's as black as tar. It's black. So, I also have to pour, this is the holder that holds, oh man, that helps the witch hold her wrist up. And I decided to just do that in a, of course there's glitter stuck to it. Why wouldn't there be? Because people are watching. Here's the exciting thing that I was trying to tell you. So I want to mix this just a tiny bit more because it is getting warm. When you do pigment paste, I'm going to tell you really fast, whenever you do pigment paste, make sure as best as you possibly can that you've got it incorporated in your resin all the way, because if there's even one little spot that has not been, you know, incorporated or resin, you know, incorporated into the resin, it will not cure in that spot, and it will, well, in this case, I just might cry if that happened. It's never happened to me, but I like to give everybody a warning because maybe you didn't know that. This is really, really cool. So, okay, wait a minute. First, I'm gonna clip this in. I wanted you all to see me actually put the little top on, and it does sort of do it. Okay, I guess I just want to make sure I've got it all the way around. I don't think I had it there, did I? No, I didn't. And if glitter falls anywhere else, like, it just was meant to be. Okay, I was worried because I now know, because I poured it before, and I will be showing you that later. I've got to get the resin. I got to see black all the way through this lid. And I didn't before. I saw it in parts of it, but not the whole thing. And I wasn't entirely sure where, you know, how far it was supposed to go. Now I know that to do this, it has to go all the way up. And initially, I was thinking, well, I'll just over pour it. I'll just let it squeeze out and then pick the stuff off. Oh, no. This hole, I think they intended for us to pour the resin in. So I took a pipette. I cut the top of, not the whole top, but I cut the, you know, the pipette part off, stuck it on the end of my, because this funnel would not fit in that hole. Now it fits in the hole. You guys, are you excited? I'm so excited. So I'm going to cut this just a little bit more because I want it to be, I want to know that it's flowing down there. And I taped it around here, hopefully, and I'm just going to hold it there. Okay, everybody, let's all join hands, bow heads, and give good thoughts to the witch. To the witches. Okay, I can see it. Can you see it right here going in? It's going in. Because I thought, well, it flows through that part of the pipette. There you going. Don't fail me now. It should be going faster than this. I think the problem is that... No. Okay. 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 Everybody, just relax. Relax. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I promise you. I knew it might not work. There was a possibility. Okay. Plan number 2. Or next plan, I should say. And let's just put that mess right there. Because it doesn't... nothing matters at this point. Okay, we're going to do something else. This is what we're going to do next. This is going to take the patience of Job. I don't have the patience of Job, but oh yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to do it because I'm determined now. Now, failure's not an option. We've come too far, haven't we, friends? Please comment if you think I'm being ridiculous, or if you think this is like if you think this is at all smart. Okay, so I'm gonna come here. Me and my shaky little carpal tunnel hands. We're gonna try to pour this in really slowly. It may take us all night, but it's pouring in, right? This is exciting TV, people. Okay. I need to relax my arms because if I don't, my hands, it's going to shake. Because if I think about my hands shaking, my hands will shake. Now, the problem is that I can't take my eye off of that to even look at the mold to see what it could possibly be doing. And really, you know what I should have done? Woulda, coulda, shoulda. I should have poured like halfway up the hands, then put the lid on. So, if you ever find yourself in a Wicked Witch situation, this is pouring though. I mean, it's really going in. It's a very, very skinny stream, but it's happening. I want to rest my hand on there. I hope y'all can see it. See, I tried to look up at my camera. I can't look away. Don't look away. It's all right. I love these little tiny cups because you can squeeze them up and make them do what you need them to do. Okay, we're back to Messy Town. I have mixed regular 1-to-1 Bond Crafter because I just need something that's going to stay thin for longer. So it's not going to cure till overnight, but who cares, right? Who cares? Who cares? I cleaned this up a little bit too. And since it's gonna trickle in like a slow drip, I thought, you know, after all this, why take chances? Don't take chances. Right? And I've basically run out of things to say, so I'm just going to speed this up now. Okay, while we watch for that to decide what it's going to do, I'm going to pour our base over here. And the last time when I poured the base, I over poured. Because, you know, I'd never seen the mold on the bottom. I didn't know if I was supposed to fill that in and that thing stuck out or what the deal is, but it turns out you don't want to pour over this big ring in the middle, because the hand fits right inside that ring. You know, these things don't come with instructions. You're just supposed to figure it out. Figure it out, crazy resin people. It's got to be done, because now it's coming out of that side too. So it was the best of both worlds. We overpoured. We overpoured a little, and, you know, well, it is what it is. You know what I mean? And every time I push there and every time I push here, it comes out of there. So there's got to be enough resin over there. Okay, before we sign off to wait for this beauty to dry, I'm going to show you the last one that I did. Now, I don't know if you remember, I don't know, 12 days ago, that I told you that the first iteration of this, I dusted with the glow-in-the-dark green. And then I dusted over that with the avocado, the Marbler's avocado, because I was going to have to fill the whole thing with black because I put, you know, chameleon powder all around the outside. And I didn't know how opaque those things would be to dust with. And of course I was hoping that, you know, we turn out with a green hand. Well, we didn't. This is what we ended up with. I don't know how you can see it. The inside I did red. I did, that was chrome, red chrome, Let's Resin chrome. And I tried to sort of mix or marble different mica powder or chameleon powders. And then, of course, the hand, I mean, it's greenish, but it turns sort of greeny gold because it has black under it, because the whole thing had to be poured in black because of the bowl. Now this time, like I told you, we did that this time, but I filled, of course, the whole hand with the green, multiple pours. And then I did mica powder in the bowl, and then the rest of everything, the bowl, is all black. One thing that I am still concerned about is how opaque are these fingers? Like are they gonna, is it gonna hold up to having black behind them? Because the fingers are filled with green, but they're still black behind them. So, you know, we'll see. That'll be something to look for. You also see the top of it. I did not fill all the way to the top. I tried filling it in, and then I put the top on. Knew I couldn't get anything in there, which we saw I did, but it did take forever. So, you know, these are all the things you have to think about. Look, the top didn't even, you know, this thing, I don't know if you can tell from the angle that it's showing, but it's sort of ripply. This is not ripply. This is, you know, partially cured resin, you know, all over the top of it, which I could clean off. Like, that's not a big deal. And I could even still use this thing. It's a clean pour, you know, it's just not what we wanted. Ooh, I'm seeing sparkle. Did you see the sparkle? Very. Look at the inside. Ooh. All right. Liking. Okay, so this did go over the outside of this piece here. Let's just see what we, oh, okay, it pulls right off. There we go. Woohoo! 1 second, please. Put him back in shape. Oh, look. I love it. I love this. I love this. Now, before I start cutting like a crazy person, oh, hold the phone. That did its own thing. However, this right here, I don't know what that means. It obviously touched there because there's no glitter there. And I'm thinking, should I trim all the way up? Should I trim this rim off? Because I can't make a rim there. Let's hack away. And somehow I can, you know, after I do this part, I'll file it down, smooth it out. Like I said, this part right here is going to have to be filled in because it's completely hollow. So, you know, in my estimation, I think that's sort of, that and filling this thing is a flaw of this mold. You know, all the work is worth it because it's so pretty and neat and unusual, you know. But it sure was a monster to do, you know, to do. So it's mostly done, not all the way, but mostly I have to buff and sand this, but it sits like that with the hand up. I have to buff and sand the top, but not like even it out. But here's the hand. I love the inside. And in a second. It glows. Could you die? Are you dying? And hilarious. It's hilarious. So what I'm trying to do is fill it in because it made a little ditch. Where did my spoon go? You have to make a mess before you make it look good. That's my message, and I'm sticking to it. In typical form for me, I couldn't stay there. I really wasn't happy with those fingernails, and I showed a photo to a friend of mine, and she really encouraged me to fix them. So I just went to the Dollar Tree and bought some press-on nails that I polished with some UV gel, actual human gel polish, mixed with some purple glow-in-the-dark. I don't think the actual Wicked Witch of the West had purple nails. I think her nails matched her green hands. But I feel like, you know, in this decade, we we've given her a little glow up, and now she's a little more chic. She had a little pop of color. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this little journey that we went on. And feel free to like and subscribe if you would. Subscribing is free. It just tells YouTube that you enjoyed my video, and it encourages YouTube to send it out to other people. So not send it out, but post it on, when they open their page, they'll see a video. So thank you so much to Claire at Claire's Crafty Corner for this Halloween collaboration. It was a lot of fun and something that I probably wouldn't have done had it not been for this collaboration, and I enjoyed it. So please stay tuned for photo or shots of it glowing, because that's pretty exciting. Take care.